have replaced these rules with the democratic rules, which is freedom of speech and freedom of act and freedom of doing whatever you want to do, which Russia does not want. So that is the basic, that is the underlying factor of the war between Russia and West. And it's not a war between Ukraine and Russia. It is a war between Russia and the West, specifically NATO. Now, if you analyze really very well and very deeply, you can understand that Russia does not want democracy. And Western world will tell you that, because they will say Russia refuses the democratic values that they hold dear, the Western world holds dear. No, so that is the underlying factors, the underlying causes of the war between Russia and NATO. Now, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win this war? Now, it's very obvious right now, if I might say right now, it's very obvious Russia is winning. Ukraine is under siege. Kiev is being taken by Russian forces, and many other cities, including the capital city of the region that they actually recognize as two governments, the capital city of Luhansk and Donetsk. Now, this is to say that we Muslim countries and Muslim communities around the world, and specifically Somali communities, we do not understand why they are fighting. I mean, we see the fighting is going on, but for them, they will tell you it is evil versus good, or good versus evil. And this way they mean, as they always say, they will say West is good and Russia is evil. They will tell you that. But that's not the case. One thing that you have to understand is the Western world is very good at mobilizing media, mobilizing at propaganda. They're very good at it. In fact, that is their power. Russia knows that, and they know that they can win the war against NATO. And that is why they have started this war, and they will be successful according to all the analysis that now we can actually be able to understand or see or fathom. Now, as a Muslim world, this is good for us. You might disagree with me, but it's good for us. And the reason it's good for us is because when you have Russia and Western world fighting, and Russia is winning, this is to say that Western world's power is diminishing. Many have predicted before that the world is multipolar today, meaning there is a Russian pole or power, there is a Chinese, and there is an American. So this is to say that Western world's power is diminishing, is decreasing dramatically. Now, how is that good for us? Many Muslim communities are being terrorized by the Western world. They influence their political agendas. They choose puppet leaders, just like they chose the one in Kiev, or Ukrainian President Zelensky. It is a puppet for Western world, meaning it is a person who is placed or positioned in that country by the Western communities. And in many Muslim countries, including my country, Somali country, we have leaders that are puppets for Western world that will take the direct orders from them and will do their own bit for them. So if Western power is diminishing, if Western world is losing power, it is good for Somalis, it is good for Muslims, and it's good for the Islamic growth. This religion of Islam is growing anyway, whether they would try to stop it or not, but now it's going to grow even further and even more, and we will acquire a lot of power. Now, you might think and say, look, if Western power is decreasing, China's power is increasing, and the Russia is increasing as well, and they're no friends to Muslims. Of course, you're right. They're no friends to us. But when there is a three players, multipolars, you can expect that there will be other players, Muslim players, that would actually be able to sway the power one way or the other. And that is crucial because China will not want to lose Pakistan. And Russia would like to have Muslim friends. to sway the power to their side, because this is a